railway signaling system plays a vital role in the movement of trains safe and secure manner. Ensures the safety in train operations. Over the years, the advancement of signaling in Indian Railways paved the way to enhance safety, efficiency of the process and handling increased traffic in a better way. The signaling practice in Indian Railways was in existence during the inception. Over the years, many forms of signaling came into practice. Mechanical signaling, absolute block signaling, automatic signaling. With the advancement of technology and better need for fail-safe signaling architecture, Indian Railways saw the rise of increased traffic with automatic signaling. The limitations in absolute block signaling was addressed to some extent with the provision of intermediate block sections where two trains can accommodate on a single block section. However, during high increase in traffic, absolute block signaling has its own limitations. This paved the way to automatic block signaling, where the block section is divided into number of automatic block signaling sections. Each automatic block signaling section is controlled by the track circuits or axle counters. The automatic block signals are controlled by the electronic interlocking of sending station in the present system through object controllers placed at autogumtis in the block sections with optical fiber cable, OFC media. The benefits of auto signaling and extended benefits of multi-section digital axle counter MS-DAC system is now utilized in MMTS Phase 2 services, first in the history of South Central Railway, with dual systems and media diversity. SCR has also introduced quadruple lines with auto signaling. The EI installed in the stations are distributed architecture. In distributed, the end gumtis were placed near the point zone and all the field gears are connected to end gumtis. Exclusive integrated power supply, IPS, for EI and full IPS at gumtis were installed for catering the required power supplies. The end gumtis are connected to EI through OFC media with path diversity on both up and down directions, so that the copper cables extended for the relay room is reduced and saving the cost. Automatic signals are controlled by the EI through object controllers placed in the autogumtis in the section. These autogumtis are designed to cater 3 auto signals of both directions to minimize the usage of the copper cables. With this, the copper cable was limited to 1 kilometer approximately on either direction of autogumti. The object control also extended to the other receiving station for picking up, dropping off the required information of the receiving station for controlling of the auto signals and for approach locking. Home signal information and giving ARs for approach locking and for MS-DAC LVRs, last vehicle verification, etc. The EI and the autogumtis are connected through OFC media with path diversity on up and down directions. The information from the MS-DAC valuator and signals are given inputs to EI and outputs for MS-DAC reset, and driving the signals are given through OCs which are driven by the station EI. The complete logics for auto signals and MS-DAC reset was written in the station EI logics. In case of any hard reset of EI, it should be rebooted by switching off and on the power supply. In this case, the OCs are connected through OFC to EI. The hard reset of EI will not reset the OCs results into non-establishment of communication. Since there are no copper cables from station to Gumti, for this provided the OFC-based reset key was designed. For this master and slave equipments are provided with OFC link. The master will be in the relay room and the slave will be in the end Gumti, auto Gumti as the case may be. The master will have reset key and separate switch for each Gumti for individual reset. When the master was operated, the slave in the Gumtis are connected through power relays and the power to OCs will be disturbed and fresh communication will be established.
The double line from Maulali to Gadkesar has been converted as quadruple lines with automatic signaling as part of MMDS Phase 2 project. The automatic signaling system with multi-section digital axle counters provided at Gumtis has improved safety and reliability. OFC-based communication with path diversity has enhanced the availability of the system. The quadrupling with modern signaling has contributed in dealing more traffic to decongest Secunderabad junction.
The miscellaneous circuits like data loggers, fire alarm, cameras, auto telephones are connected through Maple equipments to stations and Gumtis. As per RDSO guidelines, the VHF antenna shall be placed 3 meters below the A-class protection. As all aware that the VHF coverage from station to station will come with minimum height of antenna is 6 to 8 meters. To overcome this, the A-class protection was fixed on the 10 to 12 meters tower on the building and VHF antenna placed below it as per RDSO drawing. Further, as the building width was more and the single tower with A-class was not covered the complete area of the building, additional tower also provided, that is 2 towers for A-class. The track devices are fixed on the rails. Main was on the left rail and dual was on the right rail with reference to direction. These coils are placed with a diagonal distance of the 2 meters. These coils on the rails are connected to the location box placed near to the coils since the coil lengths are 10 to 15 meters maximum. In case more than this, go for mushroom boxes. The equipment in the location boxes are connected to the MS-DAC evaluator with 6 quad cable. Ensure the diverted path of cables also kept ready. Each MS-DAC evaluator control 40 DPs and 39 relay outputs. Separate power supply need not require to DPs since the power was sent through half quad and communication to the evaluator in half quad from the field electronics. The field electronics works with from 22 volts to 66 volts DC. The track sections are demarcated for each auto signal and supervisory track sections for auto healing of the track sections in case of mismatch the counts. The evaluators are placed in the auto Gumtis and these evaluators are connected to field electronics through 6 quad cable. The communication from evaluators are through OFC with dual media and path diversity. There will be boundary DPs for each evaluator and these boundary DPs are to be shared by both evaluators. Now the NDPs of the MS-DAC are connected through OFC from station to auto Gumtis. The output relays from the MS-DAC are connected to station EI through auto Gumtis for controlling of auto signals. The diagnostic PCs are connected to both the stations for monitoring and also for failure analysis. If one or more track section is failed continuously, the hard reset to be applied manually. For this, after ensuring the last train has been received at receiving station, he will give cooperation by pressing the LVR. This contact will come through EI through OCs, and EI at sending station gives indication in reset box, and the SM on duty will press the push button and turns the key. This information is read by EI and gives output relays in auto Gumti, that is LVR, RSDR, SMR. With this input, the evaluator resets only the faulty section. For every 2 track sections, 1 supervisory track section was provided with output relays also in EV. If any 1 track section fails and the supervisory picks up, the faulty section will reset automatically. In MS-DAC main or dual track sections are connected parallel. In case failure of main dual will not affect the working system. In auto signaling, the supervisory also used in parallel as shown in diagram for providing in circuit. With this, the availability increases in the system. The main and dual evaluators are connected through OFC. In the main evaluator, the dual inputs are taken virtually, and these virtual counters are used for resetting the main track section and vice versa. The concept of auto signaling through electronic interlocking not only allows the trains to run faster, but also improves the safety aspect to a greater measure.